So hey everybody, I'm making rice pudding, and that's pretty much like my dad's favorite dessert. But according to my one friend, Stephanie, she said, and I'm quoting this directly from my Facebook profile, rice pudding is officially the most boring thing in the world, only slightly more interesting than flan. That's pretty much the most boring thing I've ever heard in the world, and it's not true. Rice pudding's not boring. So Stephanie, guess what I'm making? Indian rice pudding, also known as kheer. Well, I'm inspired by that because Indian rice pudding is a traditional Indian dish. If you went to like an Indian wedding or whatever, or like a Pakistani wedding or a wedding in Nepal, perhaps, you'd best be seeing some kheer there, and you'd be eating it too. Because kheer is a great dish that's made by, cooking rice in some milk with some spices. Let's get started. I'm going to take some whole milk. We're going to use about 4 cups of milk. 3 1/4 cup of whole. I got this little can of coconut milk because I thought that would add a nice thickness as well as depth of flavor to the pudding. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, so we're just going to let this happen. I'm actually going to mix this with a whisk really fast, just to make sure that the coconut milk gets incorporated into the whole milk. We're going to bring this to a boil. I'm going to bring it to like a gentle boil. You know what I'm going to add? A bay leaf, some cardamom. I don't have a grinder, and I don't have any ground cardamom, so I'm just going to use this whole cardamom, put it right in. Question is, should I put in a star anise? Yeah. I'm going to add a star anise, which is like the Chinese version of anise seed. Got a nice licoricey scent. Now to this, I'm going to add 1 cup of uncooked basmati rice. 1 cup. Here's my rice. 1 cup of rice. We're going to toast some pistachios in a dry pan. Just a dry saute pan will work. Pistachios in this green bowl to reflect their green quality. Speaking of doing things like that, I got these golden raisins. This bowl is actually kind of golden colored. Okay, we're done with these before they burn, which I think some of them did already. It's fine. Okay, I think that now it's at a boil, we can bring it to a simmer. It does smell really good. What I'm going to do now is add the sugar. I still only have this organic whole cane sugar from the vegan cupcakes. Wow. Pretty soon I think I'll add some cinnamon. I'm not actually going to measure because I like cinnamon a lot, and I'm just going to add some. Apparently this could take 30 to 40 minutes, so... Pistachios might be a little burned, but I kind of like it. Indian rice pudding with burnt pistachio. What a delight. Definitely thickening. Some people use brown sugar. Maybe I'll even add a little brown sugar. I'm going to add a little brown sugar. I have about less than a tablespoon going on here. Now that we seem to be at a pretty good point, I'm going to add golden raisins. I didn't really measure. Just to your liking. Lots of people don't like raisins. I like them. Pistachios. Fold it in. A thread or 2 of saffron. You really just need a little bit, like the equivalent of a 1/4 teaspoon, but I don't know how to do that, so just add them in. I'm going to let this cook for about 5 more minutes. Okay, so I'm just going to serve myself some. You can eat rice pudding either hot or cold or room temperature. Really anything you want. Just not frozen. That'd be gross. I'm going to sprinkle some cinnamon on top. So, the question is, rice pudding, boring or more exciting. It's definitely nice and creamy. And the pistachios and raisins are a really great texture. One thing I also just realized was that I didn't take the time to sort out the cardamom pads. Well, this is fine, I think. There's a little saffron. I think the saffron maybe didn't come through. Okay, so... Well, there's a cardamom pad that I just busted open with my mouth. It was pretty delicious. You can make your own rice pudding. Seriously, it's so easy, but not boring.